Thank you all so much for coming. I'm going to introduce our first poet. We have 4 poets this evening, and afterwards, if you'd like to stick around, we have snacks and wonderful books to browse, as well as books from one of our visiting authors tonight. Up first, Micah Bateman is the author of the chapbook Polis, the recipient of the Poetry Society of America's Lyric Poetry Award, and a graduate of the Iowa Writers Workshop. He lives in Austin, where he's at work on a Ph.D. dissertation, #Web Poet Society, Poetry in the Digital Public Sphere. Please welcome Micah.
Hi, thanks everyone for coming. I have a short set because I want to hear our other amazing readers read longer ones. So just a couple poems in the figurative sense. The Alumnus. As a child, I attended the St. Ignatius Preparatory School in Cleveland, Ohio. When a customer complains at the Piggly Wiggly outside Toledo, "Why do I stack the canned foods atop the bread?" I say to her, "Trust me, I went to the St. Ignatius Preparatory School in Cleveland, Ohio." To pay for my tuition, my father had risen before the sun to work his 4th job in the sawmill factory, counting moving saw teeth on his tongue, which was worth it for me to attend the St. Ignatius Preparatory School in Cleveland, Ohio, where if I learned anything, it was the value of hard labor. But I didn't learn just that. An ostrich egg is the largest cell, Biology 101. And here's a stumper. If a brick weighs 3 pounds plus a half of a brick, how much does a brick and a half weigh? For $500, I was able to lay a memorial brick on the famed St. Iggy walkway, next to the bronze statue of Iggy the crowing cock. M.S. Wakeman, class of '66. I too walked here, St. Ignatius visitor, it seems to say. The brick of my past greets the boot soles of the future. I went to the St. Ignatius Preparatory School in Cleveland, Ohio, I shout across the street to the meter maid, tucking another ticket beneath my wiper blade. She has it in for me. Never having attended the St. Ignatius Preparatory School in Cleveland, Ohio, she lacked my opportunities. Honk if you love St. Ignatius. Ignatius, my bumper sticker reads. A lot of people honk at me. About the onslaught of parking tickets, I write to Bill, the mayor of Toledo. Dear Bill, I went to the St. Ignatius Preparatory School in Cleveland, Ohio. You may remember my classmate, Jim Backus, of Gilligan's Island fame. Outside it is raining. My galoshes track mud inside the house. But who's going to clean it? At the St. Ignatius Preparatory School in Cleveland, Ohio, there were awnings to give one shelter. There were mats on which to wipe one's feet. And the custodian swept away the very debris of creation. Beautiful maids of Toledo, how will you know that I, M.S. Wakeman, was once the poet laureate of St. Ignatius Preparatory School in Cleveland, Ohio? When I take my letterman's jacket to have it pressed, I recognize that look in my dry cleaner's eye. He knows that I am an alumnus of St. Ignatius Preparatory School in Cleveland, Ohio. But when a plane flies overhead, no one looks up. No one imagines that I could be in it on my way to the big game. That plane could be mine for all they know. All right. The Optometrist. Cover your right eye and read the lowest line. Rubber bullets bruised the bones of priests in the ruined streets. I had thought I could save someone, but it was a child who pulled me from the river where I swam from the fire-lined shore. He was missing half his face, the other half Jesus. After he rescued me, he ripped my wallet out with the back pocket of my jeans and didn't even run away. I yelled after him, thanking him in my best idiom. He dropped my documents in the fire as a drone buzzed the riverside. Now cover your left eye and read the lowest line. My mother saved our quarters for the Christmas ham. We drank from the fountain rather than buy milk. Then we fed the neighbors with our ham. Their sons bought 2 milks a day. My brother and I beat them behind the barn with our bare fists and then harassed them with the stock prod until they said mercy. After that, I grew up to be a kind man. Better or worse? All right, one more, which was nicely published by one Julie Poole in a very nice publication called Bridge, which you can find in this very establishment. Housekeeping. Porous are the curtains and the windows, the floor is porous, poorly made, one's idea of oneself. The house rocks on all fours, its sentry position anachronistic, its anachronism offensive in its willful defiance of a natural state. Once in the bedroom, a spirit came to us in the night, as a reflection in the glass, but diaphanous as the future or the past's idea of the future of us, bronzed in a dying light, the happy undead. What noise did it make indistinguishable from the midnight chimes? We nodded along as if to a speech we'd been taught to admire, but we liked what we heard. We nodded along as if to a song we'd been embarrassed to recite, but we sang in our minds. Breezes puppet the papers and the coats. The vases knock, and the flowers last longer than they should. Bookshelves, what do they do but tremble while the closets spew forth linens, so porous are they? And poor are they whose family call them by name, and poor are they whose names evoke glimpses of home, the very thought of which angles itself as a cloying distraction in the periphery, where desire hangs on the terms of its own release. The painted portraits dangle, eager to drop. In dreadful slippers the dead amble without pattern. All the rooms end in composition, from which nothing should escape. Yet porous are the rooms. The house animates. Its inhabitants sleep. One's idea of oneself. Thank you.